Amazing Grace Sports Network coming at you on Wednesday, the 1st of May, May 1st. My name is Eric K. James.
I am Clay Morris, and that is
Mr. Magic Marlin. We
there
are
we
here
go,
ready to
Magic
rock and
Marlin, right?
roll. Ready to give everybody what they're looking for today.
And giving a whole lot of it too, not just a
Yeah,
little
a
bit, a
whole
whole
lot.
lot.
Yeah, a whole lot. We gotta accelerate this because there's a lot to talk about, a lot of meat on the bone.
All right, well, let's get to some of that meat. What you want to start off with?
We got to start talking. We got to talking about Porzingis, man. We got to figure out whether or not we're going to get all the way through because I don't think he needs to come back in this series.
Let's hold off on Porzingis because that's going to take a while. Let's start off with talking about Indiana blows their chance and loses to Milwaukee because that's a quick one, and we'll just keep going down until we get to the Celtics. We're going to be on that for a little while. How you guys feel about that?
What you got, Eric?
I ain't got nothing. I missed that game.
You missed that game. Indiana blew their chance. They had a chance to beat Milwaukee and close out the series. They were up 3-1.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, but I mean, early on in the game, it looked like Indiana had a pretty good hold on it. But then I don't know. They just let their foot off the gas or something. They after a while, they just looked like they didn't. They just seemed disinterested. I don't know what happened with them, but
somebody
no
paid
playoff
off, man.
I mean,
Huh?
there's no playoff experience on that team. No playoff experience. So it got down.
Well, you got Siakam.
They didn't know what to do.
You got Siakam. He's a champion. So, somebody on that team has something. But yeah, I tell you what, they better be careful because
They better be careful. They better be careful because if Dame and Giannis comes back, that's all about. Siakam was on the championship team, but the real star of that team, as we all know, was Kawhi Leonard. And and Lowry came through, and Siakam was like the new man in, and he really didn't have to do much. So, but now he's the man, and he doesn't look comfortable.
yeah, they got. I mean, Halliburton is his wingman, right?
Right.
So I mean, they put it this way: we're not gonna spend too much time on that series because nobody's really paying attention to either
No.
Indiana, Milwaukee, right? Cleveland, Orlando.
Okay. Okay. So
Nobody's
let's move
paying
on to the
attention to
Timberwolves sweeping the Suns with Beal, Booker, and Durant.
no surprise there.
It's time to break
Nope.
that whole crew up anyway, man, because they have no interest in playing together.
With Beal, Booker, and Durant, they got swept.
No
They got
sense in that.
names. That's all they have on that team. They have names. If you think
Yeah.
about it, though, since they let the say what you want to, but Aiton, ever since they left, they parted ways with him. That team has slowly gone the wrong direction.
I don't understand what was the problem with Aiton, but they can't blame him now. It's like that,
They certainly
whatever
can't.
the problem was,
Right.
they can't blame it on him now. Okay,
They certainly
OKC
can't.
sweeps the Pelicans without Mr. McCheeseburger. What about that, guys?
I think that would have
They
been
never-
one interesting series. If he was playing, that would have been one interesting series. But
He don't
without
want to
him,
play though. He don't want to play. Every time they come down to getting this close, even thinking about winning a series, he gets injured. He
gets
don't want to
injured.
play, man. You see
Hey, man.
others, Embiid and all kinds of cats in there playing injured. You have to, I mean, Kawhi, you have to tell them to sit down because they're hurting the team. But this
Right.
dude won't even come back and try.
Nah,
Matter of
man.
fact,
Nah,
the way he
man.
walks
I
off,
can't.
the way he walked off the court, it don't even look like he was injured.
No, he just walked off the court, grabbing.
Just walked
I don't
off the
even think
court,
he grabbed.
man.
He didn't even grab his
He
hamstring.
grabbed
He
nothing.
just threw a towel on the ground, walked off the
Listen,
court like there was
I-
some food back there waiting for him, and he couldn't wait to get to it.
all
Zion,
right. But listen. Are we missing the fact that we've seen this story before?
Nope.
no,
in New
we're
Orleans?
not.
Yeah,
We
in
just
New
said it.
Orleans, right? No,
Right.
not just with Zion. They got this juggernaut, right? They picked up this guy named I think his name is Anthony Davis years ago, and he went to what's that team called down there in New Orleans? The Pelicans.
Pelican.
The
And then
Pelicans.
all of a sudden, he wasn't happy. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he had this mysterious injury. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Sounds real
know
similar,
what?
doesn't it?
I think you're doing a terrible disservice to Anthony Davis by comparing Zion Williamson to him. I think you. I mean, that's That's pretty low.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we've seen this happen before to that franchise.
I don't think it's indicative to the franchise that Zion Williams does not, can't seem to stay on the court. That's Zion.
What happened with Anthony Davis? Didn't he have a mysterious injury? And then
He
all of a sudden
had
he wasn't happy?
he had a series of injuries, but he wasn't happy. That was it, more than anything else. He played, which is more than we can say for Zion Williamson.
Okay, so when Zion's out there, I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. He's unstoppable at times.
Wait. My hamstring's hurting. I'll see you guys.
The game he was playing in, he was killing.
I'll see you
He was
guys
killing
there.
him. He was unstoppable. So
Dude,
I don't know. Do we know whether or not he's happy?
I don't know. I think the Mafia was in the crowd.
Happy.
I told you they said
He just signed a new extension to his contract before the season began. What do you mean? If he wasn't happy, he had a chance to leave.
That brother's confused, man. I don't think he's happy though.
But happy or not, do you not go and add more to your repertoire, like a championship? At least winning one series? Happy or not, you're where you are. Just because you're not happy, you don't go to work?
I agree, man.
Happy? What is this happy? Tell me this happy. Do you not go to work because you're not happy? You don't pay your bills because you're not happy? Come on, man. This is your job.
Something's wrong down there in New Orleans. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, something's wrong with Zion Williamson because everybody else can get their butts out of bed and get themselves out of the trainer's room and come to the court. That includes Brian Ingram and all the rest of them. No, something's wrong with Zion Williamson and has been since he's gotten the league. And I'll tell you what it is. It's McDonald's or Five Guys or Burger King, which is going out of business, or Wendy's or Popeyes. Whatever fast food you can name. Ruby Tuesdays, they're going out of business, because Zion hasn't been able to make it there, I guess, over the past month. But something's wrong, and it's Zion. It ain't anybody else.
Hey, I agree. I mean, I can't put my finger on it. It seems weird to me. I just can't put my finger on it. I agree with you guys. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but something's wrong.
Well,
something's wrong. So,
okay.
Somebody at the front door.
Sorry.
The Los Angeles Lakers were eliminated once again in the first round, but they did win one playoff game in this playoff season. What are our thoughts on that?
Hey, Eric, let me jump in here before you say something. If we go back about four episodes, you guys heard me say they're gonna fight, scrap, bite ankles, do whatever to win at least one game, and that's exactly what they did. They won one game, and they were happy to get that one game. I don't want to hear nobody talk about it was a close series, just like they got swept last year, and they want to scream it was a close series. You got swept last year, and you fought like hell to win one this year. So far as I'm concerned, anybody who got anything to say about them damn Los Angeles Lakers being relevant, they're not
relevant,
and they need to figure out what they want to do instead of letting LeBron hold them hostage. Figure out what you want to do and move on with your careers. I mean, your future. Figure it out. Move on.
Well,
he should not. First of all, he should not have that much say so over a team. Period. Especially in his 10-year years, he shouldn't be playing that many minutes, and he shouldn't be having that much say so over it because he's on his way out. So why would you want to corrupt the rest of the guys beneath him? Because knowing he's going to walk out the door at any time. Once he walk out, then you got a new cat's going to try to do the same thing he's doing, and that team's going to take a couple of years and a couple of firings to get it back together. Because they literally complain too much, and a lot of them do, not just LeBron and them, but their complaining got to their demise, where he's jumping up and down on the court about the referee not calling this shot and looking like somebody in a doggone having a tantrum, man. I mean, are you kidding me? And at the end, they did fight. They fought it out at the end. They fought it out at the end where they went back and forth. They got a shot and went back down the court, got a shot, and they fought it out. But at that point, it was already done because one shot was going to determine whether you win or lost. So if you didn't play the first two games, don't stop playing now because now ain't the time. Unless you're going to blow them out. And they was far from blowing them out because they already gave the guys the courage that they can beat them.
Yeah, they weren't going to blow them out. What I thought was, and what I said all along, he's a liability on defense. He's a liability to any team that wants him. And I said that 2 years ago when they were talking about what team is LeBron going to go to. I said, guys, I mean, we're not talking about LeBron of the early Cleveland years or LeBron of the Miami years. This guy here, I don't know if you have an up-and-coming team, I don't know if you want to add this guy to your team. Maybe, okay, say you the what are they? Not the Heat, not Orlando Magic. Give me another team that's like just in the cellar. That's the type of team that should have LeBron because they can't sell anything. They're just losing. Give me
North Carolina. What's North Carolina?
Yeah. Give me those Bobcats. Give me those Bobcats. They should be the team that says, you know what, LeBron, we want you, because he'll get people into the stands. But if you really have a championship team, you don't want LeBron because everybody who's on your team will have to change their style of play in order to accommodate him. And it's going to stunt their growth, and it's going to hurt your team. And it's hurt their team. That being said, you know what? I will miss LeBron when he's gone because he is such a lightning rod. He doesn't seem to know it. LeBron seems to have no idea why people don't like him. He seems to think that, he's the apple of everybody's eye and everyone should love him. When he goes like this, says "King me," he somehow thinks that everyone should fall in love with that. He has no idea that he offends most of us with his actions, his words, and then his demeanor on the court, in which another person could be playing. LeBron, I know you.
Okay. We got to take the mic from you. Because you'll hold it for the next 30 minutes.
No, I'm gonna get off. But what I'm saying is that he does all this just for show. He tells Darvon Hand, don't take him out. The same way he told Frank Vogel not to take him out. He wanted to play all these games and not like he's putting in all this effort. But he's really slacking off on defense most of the time. And he's killing his team. So my thing is, I'm gonna miss him when he's gone because he's such a controversy because he can't help himself. And with that, we'll move on. There's a couple more games before we get to the Celtics. The 76ers, they won last night.
Yeah, and it's funny. They won the same way they lost the game earlier. So this series could easily be 3-2 in favor of the Sixers, easily. Or it could be 3-1. It's all over the place. This is a weird series, man. Embiid is giving them that dude is a warrior, man. He's doing what he's got to do. Maxey, at first I was a little upset with him because he missed them three free throws at the end of the game that really would have eliminated having to go into overtime. But when it counted, Maxey showed up. He's the real deal, and he's one of the new rising stars in the league.
He is.
Well,
go ahead, Aaron.
One thing about Embiid is he has a great shot.
He does.
And he don't take a whole lot of contested shots. He takes what's given to him. Only thing he's hurting him with is he's slow. He can't get back up and down the court. He can't play the defense that he usually would be playing. So he's not a stopper, but he's still a scorer. So it's like you kind of weigh out, okay, he's not really killing us, but he is giving us a few points. He's not going to score 40 or 50 points in this series, but he's going to keep us in the game if it's up to him. And I mean, playing that injured or that hurt, he's going to have a rough summer. But he ain't thinking about that right now. He's thinking about his team, unlike some other people. So, like I said, Kawhi Leonard couldn't go. He got out there. He just couldn't go. He tried, but he just couldn't go.
Listen, so you want to talk about somebody in the league that needs to just go ahead and just hang it up. That's Kawhi Leonard. I'm sick of what he's doing. I'm not going to get on the LeBron thing because LeBron doesn't need to retire if he doesn't want to. But Kawhi Leonard, he's stealing from the league. Okay? So just put a mask on that. Yeah, he's stealing from the league, dude. At this point, I don't want to go down that. I don't want to go down that road.
Wait. And Zion is not?
Oh, Zion is for sure.
Listen, I'm not saying who is or isn't. I'm just telling you right now that Kawhi Leonard he's the poster boy for stealing from the league. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no, I disagree with you on that. Definitely.
And I respect
he's not
that,
the poster boy.
I'm,
He may be, but he's not the poster boy. The poster boy is over there with the Pelicans.
Yeah, poster boy is the Pelican. Kawhi's
he's
actually a
tapping
two-time
Kawhi on the
champion.
shoulder.
He's a two-time champion.
Yeah, but he's got more seasons where he's like, I'm just going to sit it out until the end. And then your team is fighting so hard because they're not where they should be in the standings, and then you get bumped out. You know what? I'm not gonna go off in tangents because that's not our conversation. But
okay,
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Embiid is. I mean, he's showing us something that I can respect, but I don't know that it's worth it because even if he gets through this series, miraculously gets through this series, he's not going to get through the next series. He's beating himself up. He's going to be no good.
He looked better last night than he has the previous games. He might be getting better.
Yeah, they had about 4 days off, 3 days off or something. They had some days off where he was able to recover, but that's not going to happen.
He might be getting better. He's not back to what he was. I mean, he's not back to that guy. But I mean, and he's the guy who set the pick for Tyrese Maxey to hit that 3-pointer that sealed the game and called it a day. So when he's out there, you just can't, double team on Maxey when you got Embiid out there because Embiid can hit that shot too. So if you sag off him and you don't, his man is not on him, tries to pick up Maxey on the other side and you leave Embiid with Jalen Brunson, that's a wrap too. So he does add that dimension. We all remember Isaiah Thomas, his fantastic run here in Boston when he hurt himself, and then he was never the same after that. So we know that Joel Embiid is facing that, and he's facing it good because this is a guy who's been in the league 8, 9, 10 years now, and he's making his money. He's made his money, and he wants to win. He's tired of everybody talking about him, and as I have, that he can't last a season, that he's going to break down. And maybe he is breaking down. I'm gonna tell you, if he's breaking down, all right, he's going out like a warrior. So I can't say anything bad about, I can't say anything wrong about that. I'm impressed. I know how hard it is to walk with injuries, much less play with injuries. So God bless you, Joel Embiid.
Go ahead, Eric.
If the Sixers win another game, they're going to win that series.
I agree with you.
If they win another game, they're going to win that series because New York had their time to step on him when he was down. But like you said, if he's starting to be able to learn, he may be just adjusting to the pain. So now he can run and play because the first two, he would literally, anytime he left the floor, he would fall down because he didn't want to land on that knee.
Right.
So now he's a little more tolerant than he was earlier. He might have found the right mixtures of pain pills or what. But they got him standing straight up and down the whole game now, not as bad as he was before. So if they win one more game, they're going to take it all the way. So
it could be a wrap for New York.
Having a good series, but I don't think it's going to be y'all's year, bro.
If they can get anything out of Tobias Harris, then they're going to win. If they can get anything out of him, he's one guy.
They've been saying that for the past 5 years. If they can get anything out of Tobias Harris,
they can get anything out of Tobias
Harris, be unstoppable.
He's one guy. I'm sure they all got his bag packed, waiting for the end of the season. They're like, dude, you don't have to pack your own bag. We pack them for you.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why Jimmy Butler left. Jimmy Butler left. Said, "You just gave Tobias anyway." Now we move on to our beloved Celtics. Celtics. Up 3-1 at the Garden tonight without Kristaps Porzingis. Guys, what do you think?
I think we're still in good shape because you don't need Porzingis to come back too soon and be struggling like Embiid did because he's don't have the weight and he don't have the muscle mass that Embiid has to try to suck it up. So I mean his bones could be in a brittle state. We don't want that to be a big major problem down the line. So I think Al Horford and Cornette can handle it. We'll rotate them in there, let Hauser get in there and hit his threes, man. And they might have to go a little deeper into the bench, man. But I think they're fine. But it's going to come down to coaching now. You got to coach these guys through this.
Oh, boy.
I know it's tough, man.
Listen, we're not going to jump on him because he hasn't made too many mistakes. He hasn't made too
No.
many mistakes. The team right now is playing well. We're the deepest team in the entire league. We had a game where we
We're
just
only going 3 deep though. If we go 3 deep, we gotta go 3 deep now.
well, you still got players that are down the bench that are really not getting much playing time right now, but that's okay. We got them. They're there. We'll be fine. We don't need them to come back in this series. And honestly, if we go up against Cleveland, which is probably where we're headed, if we go up against Cleveland, they can play small ball with Cleveland if they have to. So they may not need him too much in that series. I think they'll still get by Cleveland even without Porzingis. Now, when
They
you
can
get
definitely
when
get
you get
past. They can
when,
definitely get past Miami without Porzingis because, in addition to Butler and Rozier being out, what's it? Vasquez Jr., Jaime Vasquez Jr., Jaquez. He's out. He's out with a
he's
hip
out.
injury, so he
Yeah,
won't be
they don't
playing.
have
So
there.
We still gotta play our
Right,
ball.
yeah,
We
yeah,
still got to
but
play
right.
our ball. We can't let up because people aren't playing. So
well,
we still have to be
but
disciplined
I'm
enough
not saying that
to
they should
not just
let
play
up,
the
but I'm
first
saying
3 quarters.
I'm just saying that it should be a little
But,
bit easier.
but that's not an excuse. We don't want excuses of why we should win. We should win because we're good and we deserve to win. So rather
Right.
Butler's there, uh, anybody's in and out, we should be still pressing to win. So let's not look at the weak points. I mean, they're there, and that's all well and good. But in the meantime, let's play 4 quarters and finish this thing off. Let's
I
just
agree
finish
with
it
you,
off
Eric.
and be done.
I agree with you. Run over the opponent that's in front of you, no matter who it
Yeah,
is. Run them over. And
Wow.
so
that's
we got to
it.
figure out. We got to figure out what I like about this team is that right now they're going with the hot hand. You guys know I killed Tatum, and I'm going to continue to kill Tatum because I think he needs to be pushed like that. But one thing I can say about this team is that they don't have a problem with deferring to the one that's
Excuse me, y'all.
producing.
My wife just came in the kitchen, started slamming stuff on my show.
Well, why are you in the
Go
kitchen? You
ahead.
should be in the bathroom with the door locked, man.
I should be in the bathroom. She'll probably
with
come in there too.
yeah, with the door locked. With the door locked. Yeah, but no. Yeah, no, man. They got it. I just hope he doesn't try to change the rotation and say, you know what, let's get Hauser some time. Let's get Pritchard some time. You know, let's get oh, Tillman. We haven't seen him yet. So
No.
they can play
But
small
but
ball if they have to.
Pritchard and Hauser is in the rotation
Right,
already.
but I'm saying, but I don't want him to change the rotation. They're in the rotation for it. I don't want him to come out and do something that he normally does not do because he's looking at the deficiency of his opponent. You got to come out with the same intensity, come out with the same starting lineup, same goal, same objective. Run over your opponent that's in front of you. Don't change what you do. Just go. That's their problem, not yours. Just go hard.
Right, right. So they're only going to they just bring Al Horford up to take Porzingis' starting spot, and then Cornette's backing him up, and then Brissett maybe might see a little light.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
they should
see.
have no
I
problem. I don't think they should
yeah, I
have a
think
problem.
yeah, I think they just need to go ahead and just close this out and eliminate any other criticism that's going to come, heavy criticism that's going to come if they lose this game.
You know what? I'd like to see Drew Holiday have a good game, get 20 to 30 points, just like
He's been
Derek
struggling.
White got his 38.
I
I'd like to see Drew
I
Holiday.
don't believe he's ever going to do that because that's not his role on this team. He plays solid defense.
Well, I know that, but I'd like to see him get off so he has his confidence going forward too. That would be a good thing.
Yeah,
I can accept
I
that.
agree.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
But that's not his role. And I think, like I said, this team is doing well, deferring to those who are doing what they do at the time they're doing it. So
You
I
mean
like
like
it so far.
Derek White dunking over Bam Adebayo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty bad on their part. Miami's heart was taken, and because they were doing layup drills on him at the end of the game. It was Miami's heart was taken.
I want to discuss something, guys, and I'm glad we got to this. Okay, we know the Heat are a tough team. We know they're a tough team, but we can't hide the fact. I'm gonna tell you something. If I was a Heat fan, I'd be pissed off. that all you get me is Tyler Heroes and Duncan Robinsons and Jaime Vasquez's and Patty Mills and Terry Rozier's. I mean, who's a retread he's on his last 2 or 3 years. Come on. Everyone else is getting players, and you keep getting what could be's and retreads like Kyle Lowry, Terry Rozier. You got to get you win a championship team. You got to bring something. You got to want something. I'm pissed. I would want Pat Riley's head, and I'm wondering why nobody else is calling for it, because here's a guy who's not doing his job.
Listen, you're asking a guy who thinks like Bill Belichick, right? I can put pieces around a solid system with a good coach, and it's going to be competitive. You can't defend against. Can you guys hear me? You're frozen?
Yep.
Where are you?
Yeah, well, I see you. You're a little bit frozen. Frozen in time.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I don't know what something froze.
But the backup to the
you
argument is
can't
going to
defend
be
against injuries.
But the argument to that is going to be, okay, Bill Belichick, and all that's great, but if you're not winning, it ain't that much great.
Yeah, but
you got to win the championship.
But that was
win the chip. You got to win the chip,
one
guys.
season. They're just one season removed from playing in the championship, and no one from the East was going to beat that team last year. No one from the East was going to beat that team last year.
Well, they were in the championship a couple of years ago, and they lost again.
Listen, who do you want, Damian Lillard? Because that was the whole conversation on the offseason before he ended up going to Milwaukee.
What I'm saying
Who's
is
out
this.
there? Who are you going to get?
Just like if Ime Udoka
KD?
or Joe Mazzulla goes to the finals and doesn't win, there's going to be a problem. And it's always going to be a problem. You have to just getting there ain't the goal. Winning is the goal. And I don't care if you're Eric Spoelstra or Darvon Ham, who's going to be fired. He's going to be next on coaches that LeBron James wants fired because, he doesn't want to blame. But anyway, I don't care if you're Eric Spoelstra or Darvon Ham. You got to win if you get in there. You just can't get there.
Hey, listen, I'm not opposed to what you're saying. Go ahead, Eric.
There's a very well chance. I mean, Marlon just threw it out there. KD, I mean, he'd be interested to go with any team right now because he ain't gonna stay out there at Phoenix. So can they pick up a name? Can they pick up a name? If they couldn't pick up a name any other time, they'll be able to pick one up this year. Because they were talking about LeBron James going back down there.
Oh, God. LeBron ain't never going down there. Because he wasn't ever supposed to fight. And Pat Riley said, nah, I ain't firing Eric. You're going to have to deal with him. Then that's why he got it off and left.
Yeah, LeBron doesn't have anything to offer Miami.
No.
Not that team. Not that team.
And KD don't have much tread left on him either. So
wait a second. Yeah. KD was the best player on that. Who was the better player on that Suns team than KD this year?
You think you think he was the best player?
And the most consistent and the most healthy out of Bradley, Bill, Devin Booker, and him.
What is the difference? The best player by scoring a lot of points, or the best player by making his team shine? Which one are we talking about?
I think it's both.
Well, I think Booker did a better job than he. If we're talking about spreading the ball, but just shooting for himself, KD plays for himself. I think.
Listen, if you're going to kill LeBron for padding stats, I think you really need to take a look at KD, because KD is not offering a whole lot to a team right now other than him getting his points.
Yeah. He's quiet in the beginning of the game, but he comes on later on, but he's not going to pass a lot.
Yeah, I think KD is not he's not absolved from all the criticism that other players get in this league. Right now, he's padding his stats, but I don't see him being that impact player. He's going to put points up, but at the risk of what else on another team?
Wait a second. KD does guard his man.
I've seen KD be I've seen him be a liability on defense a lot this year.
Really?
A lot.
Who's taking advantage of KD
Yes.
other than the guy? What's his name? Anthony Edwards. I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
if KD was his man, but Anthony
I've,
Edwards was eating up
I've
everybody.
seen him. KD is damn near 7 feet tall. I've seen him standing at the top of at the elbow, not even attempting to get rebounds, not even attempting to take off and get a fast break. I've seen him loaf a lot. I'm not letting up off of KD. I love that dude. He's a beast, but he's not who he used.
KD, you got some doubt.
He ain't got no backside, man. Him just like Porzingis, they're just not built for banging a whole lot. So you can't expect a whole lot of rebounds out of them. But you can expect them to pass the ball sometime.
Yeah.
You know, make the guys around you better, man. Come on.
KD, you got a lot of work to do. You got some doubters. KD, you got to go to the Heat. Go to the Heat and prove these two wrong. Show them that you got what it takes at whatever age you are. Okay. So I think that. But
he needs to go.
He's breaking up. I can't hear him.
Yeah.
KD needs to do what? What does KD need to do? I think KD should go to the Knicks.
The Knicks? You know what? If he was to go to the Knicks or Miami, he would be a plus. Definitely would be a plus.
Yeah, I think KD.
Because both of those teams are right. They're right there, but they just need a little more something to push them over the hump. Because Brunson's playing an outstanding season this year.
So, Marlon, did I hear you right when you said you think KD should go to the Knicks?
No, KD needs to go back to Golden State.
Golden State? You don't want to go there. Golden State, they're gonna break that franchise up, man.
Yeah, he needs to go. You know, listen, if KD goes to the Knicks, I think it messes up the flow. Because they listen, Josh Hart's playing well, right?
The Knicks or Miami.
DiVincenzo's playing well. I mean, the Knicks are they're a solid team, man. They're not going nowhere no time soon.
The Knicks, you know what? I don't believe in the Knicks right now. I think KD would help the Knicks even more than he would help Miami. I think KD brings, they have to have somebody else who's unstoppable besides Brunson. And that looks like
KD would help the Knicks.
I don't think Randall is ever going to be that guy who can stay healthy, a lot like Mr. McCheeseburger down there in New Orleans. Julius Randle is always going to get hurt.
KD will help the Knicks just like Carmelo helped the Knicks.
How dare you mention Carmelo's name in the same breath with Kevin Durant? I can't. It's amazing. It's amazing that you compared Zion to Anthony Davis. Really? You compare.
We don't.
Listen, Carmelo.
You don't. You don't listen. You're a person that hears what you want to hear, but don't hear what's actually being said. I said he would help the Knicks like Carmelo helped the Knicks. I'm not comparing the two players. You never heard that come out. You never heard me use the comparison between the two. I said he would help the Knicks at this point like Carmelo helped the Knicks.
But Carmelo didn't help the Knicks.
My point. You're finally on board. Guy, by God, he's got it. By God, he's got it. He is not the weakest link.
I mean, Kevin, don't take this line down, man. Go to the Knicks, man. Make this happen. Make this guy eat.
Go to Miami. Especially if we win the championship. When we win the championship this year, you can go to Miami because I ain't worried about next year. But I want to win this year. Kevin goes to Miami. Woo,
listen, you old guys need to let it go, man. These young guys are coming, man. This is a young and up and coming, new. These guys are coming, man. Ja Morant's gonna be back next year. Man, listen. This
he can't stay out of trouble, man.
But on the court, he's gonna produce, man. These guys are producing. The older guys, the torch has been passed.
Well, there's no
The
doubt
torch has
about
been
that.
passed.
There's no doubt
The
about
torch
that.
has been
About
passed.
that.
Nobody's arguing that Anthony Edwards is probably the best player in the
Shea
NBA right
Alexander
now.
Gildress, yeah. I mean, these guys are coming, man. These guys are coming.
Anybody who has seen Anthony Edwards play this year, we're under no illusions that we're not looking at this guy talking about who is he behind? I don't think he's behind anybody in the league. I mean, Anthony Edwards, he's got to be either the guy at number one as far as young talent goes, or in the top three. I can think about the two more. I think top. Anybody else got any ideas who might be at the top? I mean, this guy, he just left. He leaped over a whole team. I mean, he blocked this guy, this guy, and he can hit shots.
Wow, man, good. You really you got a man crush on this guy, huh?
No, well, yeah, but no. What I'm saying is that the guy is good. The guy is really good.
If you admitted it, I would say I wouldn't blame you, because this dude he's putting up stuff, man. You know what it is? He's in Minnesota. If he was doing this in New York, Miami,
or
LA, I mean, if he's doing this, but he's in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I applaud what he's doing. I just hope he stays in Minnesota and and brings our organization a championship.
Wait.
Let me tell you what.
Okay.
What?
Him staying in Minnesota, it's like Kate and Clark going to the WNBA. Anthony, get out.
Get out.
I hate to say this.
He said he hope he stay there. So if he don't come,
I know he hope he stays there. I'm saying no, Anthony, get out. No, get out, Anthony. Go to Green. And I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna really shock you guys, but think about it. I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about what's best for the league, and what's best for Anthony Edwards would be for him to go to the Miami Heat.
Ooh, boy, we don't want to go there. Nah, man, that's terrible.
I tell you what's going to happen. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to make a hard push for him in about 2 years.
1 year.
2.
And they always before Los Angeles, like they gave him Paul Gasol for nobody, and they'll get LeBron. They got Wilt Chamberlain. They got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Whatever. They weren't supposed to get Magic Johnson. End up getting Magic Johnson, or whatever Los Angeles wants. They're going to get Anthony Edwards. Will probably end up in LA. To me, that'd be the worst thing that could happen to him. But the best thing will be is if he went down to Miami and played under the Ultra Raleigh system. I mean, whatever I think I see of him now, I think I see even a guy who's even better than that if he goes down there and plays in that system.
So real quick, guys, we didn't talk about the Mavericks and the Clippers.
Woo.
They're tied at
Great
2-2.
series.
They come on tonight.
Great series. James Harden.
Come on tonight.
James Harden he's resurrected his game. Paul.
I think Kyrie got something for him though.
Yeah, you know what? I want to stay away from that series because I mess around and get sucked down to Kawhi Leonard. Damn. Yeah, I'm staying away. I'm deferring. I'm gonna defer to you guys on this one.
No, come on. Let's hear what you want to say about Kawhi. What you gonna say about Kawhi?
Well, I think he's a guy who puts not only his team but his coach, everybody else in a peculiar situation from game to game. And then so you got someone, Ty Lue, who's got the coach through all of that stuff. He's a good coach. That guy's a good coach, but
wait. Would you? I mean, no, that's Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is the coach of the Mavericks.
Who does Kawhi Leonard play for?
Oh, you talking about Kawhi Leonard? I thought you were talking about Kyrie Irving. Kawhi Leonard, plays for the Clippers.
No, I said I don't want to get sucked down the Kawhi Leonard lane that I just. But you guys encouraged me to go down there. So that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
but he's not playing. He's not playing, Mark.
Yeah, you never know when he is or when he isn't. You never know.
Play tonight. Let me see.
Well, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. Just play with just Just play without him, and that way you know what you're doing. Because I mean, from game to
It's
game, you
Paul
don't know what
George
you're doing.
That's what throws everybody off.
I think they should behave as if they're playing without him for the rest of the series. They seem to perform better with him out of the lineup. Now, if they can just keep Russell Westbrook in the stall without biting somebody.
They got Kawhi out. They got Kawhi out for right now.
Yeah. You should just leave him out and let the rest of the guys play.
He's out. He's out with a ski mask on, robbing somebody right now.
You know, what is this hate with Kawhi?
I don't hate him.
Championship, and he hits hard shots, unlike LeBron James. He will take that shot when the game is on the line and they're down by one.
I don't hate him, but anybody who knows
that shot when the game is tied.
Okay, anybody who knows me knows that I was a Kawhi Leonard. You know, I was one of his biggest fans. But what I'm seeing right now, it's getting old. It's getting old. You know what I mean? It's getting old. Just like him, it's getting old.
How about he's hurt? He's injured.
Yeah. Okay. Just like you like to defend AD when someone blinks too many times in his direction and he falls down and you want to say, oh, they want to get on him. I'm tired of these guys, man. They get paid a lot of money. They're athletes. Man up. Man up. Pick the big boy draws on and man up. This is the time of the season where that stuff is supposed to count. And I'm tired of giving people passes. Well, let's go.
You heard. How about James Harden? How do you feel about James Harden?
We want you.
James Harden, like I said, he's resurrected his career, his game, man. He's balling. I didn't think he was going to help that team, but he's made a okay. He's made a liar out of. He made a believer out of me. I don't know what. Yeah, you think this guy got jokes?
That's Possum Man. You ever heard of Possum?
Clay always said that. Clay always said he's going to go away.
Yep. He's playing. It won't be long before he's playing Possum again.
I had a conversation with a couple of friends of mine, and who was more productive, James Harden or LeBron James, and so they're going back and forth. And right now, James Harden is producing. James Harden is producing. Yeah. So if he pushes that team on to the next round, he's got to. He wants that money. I wouldn't pay any of those guys a max.
You mean the reason why James Harden is actually playing is because he wants money? All the rest of these years when he was getting that money and he's playing awesome. Okay?
Forget it. These old dudes, get out the way, man. Get the money to the young guys. Get out the way. Get out the way. I'm not giving you no max at this point. I don't care who you are. You ain't getting it.
I wouldn't give him a max.
And this is probably the last 2 years that cats like James and Harden and those cats are going to be around anyway.
Listen,
everybody's in their late 30s.
Yeah, I offer you a league minimum, man, and be happy you're on my team.
I'm with you.
On the bench.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Be
happy that you're on my team.
Yeah.
One last subject we got to talk about, and then we got to say a prayer because we didn't.
We got 5 minutes.
Bring prayer into it. The subject of what are the Lakers going to do with their first round pick? Are they going to draft Bronny James?
Ooh, he's the first round. Well, if they do it first round, if they do that first round, you know, there's only one person pulling strings in LA, and his name is LeBron James. Because it won't be because he's all that great. It won't be because he's healthy, and it won't be because he's the future face of LA. So, what other reason would they do
it? If you know what, I let LeBron James go. Because I don't want that pressure. I don't want to have to deal with. Do we want him? I don't want to have to deal with LeBron. No, I wouldn't touch Bronny James. No, not now. He's not ready. And to make this man happy, and not only that, he may do that and then be gone the following year, just for 1 year. And yet, heck, I don't even know if I can put the words together to tell you how stupid that would be. Yeah. That's all I can say.
If I was a betting man, okay, I would bet that it's going to happen.
Well, let me just say this.
Saying.
Let me just say this. If Bronny James does get drafted, it won't be in the first round. And the reason I say that is because LeBron James runs Clutch, right? Clutch is a juggernaut in the industry, right? You better not mess around and try to draft Bronny and hold him hostage. Your organization will sink along with it. So he may go in the second round where it doesn't hurt them. Definitely not going in the first.
You can't treat the king's son like that. I mean, you got a king. You can't treat the king's son like that. And you know where I'm going with this. If you make him unhappy by drafting him like in the third or fourth round, I mean that's it doesn't dignify him if you do that.
Who crowned him?
He did.
Crowned him? My point. He crowned himself. So.
No, it was that commercial. It was that commercial when he was the king and running down the football field. Remember that about 10 years ago? That was a commercial.
Oh my gosh.
The only person that supports him is A. Smith.
Yeah.
He's just being controversial now. He's just being controversial.
That's all.
I mean, how can he support him any harder? How can he be any harder? Closer aligned to than Shannon Sharpe was. Shannon Sharpe ate, slept, and smelled like LeBron James.
Yeah. So you know what? I always get it. I get a hair across my rear end when I hear sports shows ponder the Yankees, the Cowboys, and the Lakers. Let's move on. Matter of fact, I got to get back to my other job.
Okay, listen. Let's say a prayer. Eric, you the man.
Lord, we thank you for this time, Father. We thank you for life, health, and strength. Ask that you would continue to bless and keep us safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Keep us healthy, Father. Keep us strong. Bless the unity, Father. Bless the world. Bless the playoffs that we're watching, Father. We see some great games coming up, Father. And let the champion reign. In your holy name, amen. Amen.
Amen. Go Bruins. All right.
Amen. Oh, yeah. Go, yeah. Pat Maroon. Bruins.
It's Saturday.
All right.
See you guys Saturday, WEZE 590 a.m. WEZE 590 a.m. Saturday morning. 9 a.m. till 10 a.m.
You can stream us. Stream us on WEZE radio, 590 a.m. and on Saturday. You'll have us there and call in. You can call in. And instead of hearing us talk, we can hear you talk.
Look forward to seeing you.
Amen.
Look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys.
Oh, wait. I can hear some music. How's that? Hear anything?
All right, good stuff. Yep.
Well, I tried. Peace, everybody.